Hey everybody, welcome back to IGN for some more E3 coverage. Jess is out chasing a taco truck right now, so I'm sitting in and I'm joining with Ray and Greg from BioWare, and they're going to be showing off Mass Effect 2.
Yep.
Perhaps the most anticipated sequel of next year.
Cool, thank you.
So why don't you give us the setup? We saw the trailer, the teaser trailer starts off by telling us that, you know, Commander Shepard is dead. Is that true?
Well, I mean, we're showing a demo in the booths today at E3 that you can actually get hands-on, of course, you know, as a journalist. And I think you'll see shortly that we're playing as Commander Shepard. So there's obviously a deeper mystery there. But I think the real answer is that you have to gather a suicide squad. It's a really dangerous mission. You're facing an ominous threat that's even bigger than the threat you faced at the end of Mass Effect 1. And really, it's threatening all organic life across the galaxy. So you have to gather a team and go on a suicide mission, basically. This team of badass assassins, murderers, villains that, you know, are up to the challenge of taking on this vast threat. And what we've done is we've amped up the intensity across the board in this dark second act in the Mass Effect franchise. The combat's more intense, the dialogue, narrative more intense, and I think people are going to be stunned how awesome it is.
Now, you guys have said that this is going to be a trilogy, and as we've seen, the second act in any trilogy tends to be the really dark part. Is that going to hold true for Mass Effect 2?
It definitely is. I think the first game, you know, you got introduced to the universe. It was kind of bright and happy in the sense that, you know, humanity's on the stage, and, you know, obviously bad things happened at the end of the game. And in Mass Effect 2, you actually kind of see the seamy underbelly of what's really going on in the galaxy, and it's exciting to be working on it. I mean, we've actually, you can probably see as we go through this, we've kind of revamped the engine, the lighting, it's even more dramatic, the conversation, the acting's even better, there's interrupts. You know, our ability to deliver a great performance is improved, and, you know, the engine's tighter, everything's better, and we actually can really hit the mark on that dark second act goal for us.
Smooth textures, frame rates locked at 30. We're about to show one of those interrupts in conversation. And, you know, it's for the people that are a little less patient, maybe they're playing as Commander Shepard, but he's a take charge kind of guy. So sometimes he just kind of wants to get right to the answer and doesn't want to wait. So you'll notice the little icon appears in the bottom left of the screen midway through this conversation going up, and he's like, "I've had enough talk. I'm just going to get right to the action."
Now, since you are playing as Shepard again, does that mean that your stats and everything else carry over from your Mass Effect 1 save?
What we're doing is we're definitely importing the save game data, so there's going to be a material impact on your game from what you chose in Mass Effect 1. You know, the characters that you decided who were going to live, who were going to die, who's going to bring along with you, and so on. And the choices will be reflected in the story of Mass Effect 2. And of course, that's totally optional. If you just saw an example of the interrupt there, if you choose not to, or if you haven't played Mass Effect 1, first of all, I'd say you should. It's an awesome game. But
yeah, you must. Everyone has to play it.
But second, you know, if you choose not to, or if you don't have a save game handy, no worries, because I mean, we're going to make certain assumptions as to how the story unfolded, and that'll be how the entry point to the fiction works. It'll be really smooth and seamless either way.
There were some pretty major choices that you made, though, in Mass Effect 1 that I would assume is going to have a great impact not only in Mass Effect 2, but then I would assume it carries over into the final act of the trilogy.
Yeah, it does. I mean, the story itself, it makes it obvious. Like, once you get into the game, you kind of see how we tie it all together. And like Ray said, some of the really cool stuff is, you know, some of the people that are dead are still dead. You know, whatever happened. It's challenging to do that, but because we planned the whole thing in an arc. I'm hearing shooting behind me, so we better start talking with the shooting.
Notice the combat there, we just took off a limb, so the enemies still animate. They were really smart. The animation and the AI systems all work together, so you're going to find the combat is challenging. It's super precise and intense. In fact, we're thinking of this as like a shooter RPG in terms of the intensity.